Hi everybody, and welcome back to Grasshopper's Kitchen, also known as Culinary Chaos with Anna, where tonight's misadventure is from Martha and Marley Spoon, and tonight we are doing chicken and harissa potatoes with kale and olives. And so in our box, well actually it was in a bag, but in tonight's bag what we have is Boulder Natural chicken thighs, and these are free range, air chilled, no added hormones, vegetarian fresh fed, I can speak. We also have baby kale. There are some little baby potatoes. There's garlic, onion, pitted Kalamata olives, and we have harissa, which harissa is a spicy chili paste most often found in North African cuisine, and it is, according to them, an excellent flavor booster and spicy, hot, spicy, I think. So I need to actually try that before I decide whether or not I'm going to be able to add it, because yeah, I've said this before, I don't really like spicy, hot spicy. Anyway, we already have one little obstacle, and that is the fact that I'm going to have to cook it in this pan, which I don't know if it's going to be big enough because everything goes in one pan, but it has to finish off in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, and quite frankly, my big pan won't fit, the door won't shut in my teeny little baby oven here. So anyway, we're going to start off and get the vegetables prepped. I'm going to wash off the chicken, obviously, and dry it. And then we will proceed from there once everything's prepped. Be back in a flash. Okay, so here we are so far. The onions and garlic have been thinly sliced. Potatoes have been, depending on the size, halved or quartered. I did taste the harissa. I will use it, but I'm going to probably do it in moderation. The kale, baby kale, it doesn't look like kale to me, but I don't know. Anyway, it's rinsed, washed off, and it's drying. And over here in the overflow area, the chicken thighs have been washed, dried, salt and pepper on both sides, and now we're going to be putting it in the frying pan, which I have allegedly a tablespoon of oil heating over like a medium, and I'm using the Colavita 100% pure canola oil for this instead of olive oil, because A, I don't see wasting good olive oil on frying chicken, and B, I don't have that much olive oil left to waste. So now I'm going to add the chicken to the hot oil and pray to God it does not splatter up on me. Okay, well, we've got 3 of them in, and they did not splatter on me, so it's safe to get the camera here. I really would have preferred to use the big frying pan because that's at least non-stick, but anyway, here's the last of our little baby thighs. And so now, according to this, we're going to cook these, flipping once until golden brown on both sides, about 5 minutes per side. Okay, so ooh, it's making weird noises. So anyway, we're going to just kind of keep cooking this, and when we're ready for the next step, I'll be back. Until then, I think I'm going to start drinking wine. Tonight's wine choice has absolutely nothing to do with pairing and everything to do with this is what I had on hand. It's a Yellowtail Moscato. If you like a Moscato and you like a sweet wine, I highly recommend this. This wine is just absolutely awesome. A friend of mine brought it over yesterday about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We pretended it was 5 o'clock in Europe, which it was obviously at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Florida. But anyway, that's what I'm drinking tonight, and I'm going to start off now. This may not even last through the cooking process. So all I can say is cheers. Well, the chicken is coming along slowly. I did end up turning the heat down to more like a medium low, mainly because this frying pan gets really, really hot, and I'm already experiencing sticking. And as I did point out in my bio, I am not a trained chef. I've just been cooking since I was 15, and if you know me, you know that's been a very, very, very long time. And the one thing I do know is that in order to keep the chicken from sticking to the pan, I really do need to get a good sear on it. So I'm trying not to move it around too much, but I do need to flip it over pretty soon. As soon as I get, I guess, the right color on the skin. I'm not sure. Anyway, more drinking, less talking. Okay, well, the chicken is coming along nicely. It's not too pretty. The skin did kind of come loose, but I guess that's what happens with chicken. It's just been so long since I've cooked it, I don't remember. But anyway, there's about a minute left on the timer for this side, and then we're going to take it out of the pan and go to the next step, which is be adding the aromatics to the pan. Okay, so the chicken is done with its pre-cooking, and now we're going to add the aromatics. So here comes the onions. And I will be having to put the camera down to finish this chore. I don't know, that just seems, once again, like it's too hot. Too hot, too hot, too hot. Turn it down a little more. And then we will add the rest of the stuff. And that is going to cook until it softens, about 3 minutes. I did take the liberty of scraping off some of the stuck-on chicken bits. There seems like there's an awful lot of oil in here, fat basically, and I think a lot of that is actually due to the fat from the chicken. But boy, I tell you what, this is going to taste great. It smells good. So as soon as these are softened, which basically they are, apart from that guy there, so you can get soft. And so basically that step is done. And the next thing we do is add the potatoes. Oops, this guy's stuck in there. Awkward. Okay, so we add the potatoes, the olives, a half of a cup of water, and half of the harissa. Okay, they didn't say to drain the olives, so I'm gonna just put them in there, juice and all. I think that's just gonna add to the flavor, quite frankly. So there's your olives, coming up, half a cup of water. And I did try the harissa. I'm gonna go with, this is kind of roughly a tablespoon. It's a little, probably less than half of what was in there, and I'll try that, see if I like it, and then possibly add more. And then I'm going to stir that in, which is going to require probably a hand or two. Maybe not, maybe it will. Anyway, as soon as this is all mixed together, it goes in the oven with the chicken on top. So that's the next step. I did just give that a healthy stir and tasted it, and I think that what I put in for the harissa is going to be just fine for me. It does have a little bit of a bite to it, but it's not overpowering. It's not going to make my nose run or my eyes water. So the next thing we do is add the chicken pieces. I probably shouldn't have used the paper towel. Put the chicken in skin side up on the ones that the skin stayed on, and we're going to nestle that in with the potatoes. Actually, okay, I don't know what the heck I just did there. Did I even see that? We're going to nestle these in with the potatoes. There goes the skin. And then that gets put in the 425-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. So there we go. So let's see if we can nestle these in a little bit more. Losing the skin. I suppose it's not the end of the world. There we go. Nestle, 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 nestle. Alright. Okay, so all nestled. Now we're going to stick it in the oven. There we go. And gonna sweep over here, trying to not see any mess. And we're gonna set the timer for, we'll do it for, oh, we're gonna go for 20 because the oven is usually non-cooperative. So I am going to get back to this guy over here, and I will see you back here in 20 minutes. TTFN. Well, the timer just went off, and oh my God, does that smell good. So I'm gonna have to test to make sure that the potatoes are cooked. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it that well, but oh my God, that smells good. You can smell the Kalamata olives. Okay, I think the potatoes are not quite done, so I'm going to give them another, 5 minutes or so to see if that doesn't make them a little softer. And I'm going to go back to drinking my wine and playing my game on my Kindle. Well, I guess while there's some time to spare, I might as well just do a mini house tour. So we'll just kind of do a 360 around my little space. You can see through the room divider where I am actually uploading a YouTube video even as we speak. And this is what I like to call my library. It's just about big enough to swing a cat, but not quite. And this is all being taken from my comfy chair. Oops. Well, not entirely 360, but close. So anyway, I'm going to come back to center, and this is my Chicago print, and I'm going to swing around here. There's the kitchen. There it is back there. And then we have my little fun Mona Lisa that I got from IKEA. And this is actually my IKEA chair that I sit on. And that's me and my toes. Okay, that's, I guess, enough silliness for now. Although, if you watch these long enough, you will realize that we thrive on silliness here in Annaland. Okie dokie. I did leave that in there. Oh, I said again. Oh my God, I'm driving myself crazy. Start again. Okay, so I did leave the pan in the oven for a little longer than was probably necessary. I think I honestly left it in there for about another 20 minutes, but I did check it every 10. And I'm glad I did, because some of the potatoes got like crunchy on the outside, which looks absolutely delicious, and it smells heavenly. And I'm starving, so I'm going to get this plated, and I will be back in a flash. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. Thankfully, I just checked the recipe, and I was supposed to add the kale. Once I took it out of the oven, I add the kale to the top of the chicken potato harissa olive mixture, and I put it back in the oven for 2 minutes. So I'm going to do that now. I totally forgot about the kale, which I don't really think is kale, but it could be. I don't know. Okay, so I did take the chicken out of the pan with the potatoes, and I put the kale on top. And now I'm going to stick her back in the oven for about 2 minutes, just for the kale, or kale pretender, to kale imposter, that's the word I was looking for. The kale imposter needs to wilt, so that's about 2 minutes. Okay, well, the timer's gone off, and the baby kale imposter does really not look wilted to me. But then again, if I leave it in there, it's just gonna like get dry and all dried out and crunchy. So let's see what happens when I stir it in with the rest of the mixture. Okay, well, that's better. After I stirred it in, the faux kale did wilt a little bit. I'm kind of suspecting I might like my faux kale a little more cooked, but we'll have to see once we plate it. And once again, me and the mouse in my pocket, that's why I keep saying we, are going to put the potatoes and kale and olive mixture in this bowl. Well, actually, I'm using pasta plate for this because it is still a little runny. And then the chicken gets put like on the side. So let me do that two-handed. Okay, that's really sloppy, but I'm really hungry, so I don't really care. I am going to clean it up a little bit for the final picture for Instagram. But I am so glad that I decided to not use a traditional plate, because it, even with spooning it out, I still managed to get plenty of the liquid in there. So there we go, all cleaned up and ready for Instagram. And contrary to ordinary belief, I did not finish off the bottle of Moscato while we were cooking. It's still there. That was basically what that... Anyway, good stuff. Anyway, enough of my silliness. I think I spent too much time playing on my weed farm game. So, from me, Anna, in Grasshopper's Kitchen, I want to say buon appetito. Ciao for now. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.